As you can probably tell by our color combination, it's Christmas time almost, and one of the most popular things in so many homes this time of the year is the
nativity set.
Okay, are they valuable besides sentimental value? Well, check that out with Dr. Lori Verderame coming right up. One of the unique things about Christmas, of course, the nativity scenes that so many people put out. Dr. Lori today on Value This with Dr. Lori Verderame. She's so talented, knows everything.
You got to stop that, Carol.
I did. But didn't you tell me to say that? But yes, you know, it's the nativity scenes, and we are surrounded by them here. What makes one valuable? Besides the sentimental value, what makes a valuable nativity scene?
You know, people have been amassing nativity scenes all the way back to of course, the early Christian era. So what we're looking at, 1 AD, 2 AD, this kind of thing. So what we're looking at here are nativity scenes from all over the world. Creches, sometimes called precipios, and these particular creches are nativity scenes of the birth of the Christ child. Now, in different places, they will be made of different materials, and they will mean different things. So in certain places, they're very, very small and humble, just for a home altar. Right? In other places, they can be, these mass, beautiful museum-style installations.
Okay, well, we've got an example of that, this Presidio over here, and the pieces are from the 1700s.
That's right.
Now,
that's right.
That's an extreme example of value.
Fantastic example of value. It's a priceless example because it's very rare for you to have them. This one has been set up in an museum exhibition style design and framed in temperature and humidity controlled environment and all that good stuff. That
like so much of what we've got around us here, but in slightly lesser containers, if you will. So what would somebody at home look for to know if theirs is valuable for a resale?
Okay, so a couple of things. You have to have a complete set. Right? It has to all be made by the same maker, right? And then you want to also have what might be the background of the creche. So, the manger is important, all of that, and the barn environment is important too, as well as the individual figures. The more figures you have and the larger the collection, the more valuable. So, you have to have the 3 wise men, and you have to have an oxen that keeps time, and you have to have some lambs, and you have to, all of this stuff.
Right.
Maybe a shepherd boy, and maybe his sheep, and this kind of thing. So you have to have as many pieces as possible. The 3 main pieces you have to have in any nativity set are, of course, the Virgin Mary, the baby Jesus, and Joseph. Most people know that, but don't realize that that is what we start with when we start with a nativity set. Oftentimes you will also have backgrounds, dark backgrounds, because of course this is happening during the evening time. So, like for example, there's one here that is from Naples that is in 18th century, that is priceless, a wonderful museum environment, and not only do they show you the nativity happening, but all of the genre figures or the figures of everyday life in this Naples, Italy form. So you've got that particular piece, which is sky high, very, very valuable. Then what you have are other pieces, which are equally, of significant value, like the Hummel figurine nativity set, which can range in value between $10,000 and $25,000 for a complete set, made by the Goebel Company, made in Germany, of earthenware ceramic. And then it's hand painted and hand glazed. You have to have all of those figures. They have an example of that here. You also will have examples that say something about the place where they are made. So materials become important.
So you find some from South America or from Mexico, you can pick those up almost immediately.
Exactly, because of the type of ceramic that's being used and the type of glaze that's being used on molding those figures. Those figures are little sculptures. They're not molded and mass-produced either. The mass-produced pieces that you can get anywhere are the kind that, of course, are going to be lower in value. Those that have a specific artisan touch, which you can identify. Right. You can identify, usually from South America or from places like, of course, Mexico, are going to be indicative of what kind of pottery is popular there.
Okay, could the average person find or buy a nativity scene that's going to be valuable enough to be an investment?
In the future, yes, you can. You can. Make sure that you are getting something that's handmade. Make sure that you're getting it from an artist who is known for making nativity scenes. And there's lots of them out there who only do nativity scenes. They could do it in crystal. They could could do it in blown glass. They could actually make it out of textiles, places of the Middle East, for example, where textiles are very popular. You can get them from places in Scandinavia, where you'll also see, you know, wool and fur being popular for nativity scenes. So remember, it relates to region or place as well as quality of the workmanship
Okay.
when it comes to value.
Yep. Okay. And then just, you know, don't let them break during the year.
Right. Be
Put 'em-
careful.
Yeah. Put them out the next year. All right. Well, thank
right.
you so much. We've got so many great examples here, and a lot of people have nativity scenes that
That's
they love
right.
to put out at Christmas time.
And some people around the world will leave a nativity out all year round.
Okay.
People do that as well. In the
Okay.
United States, we don't, but others do.
Okay, yeah, and they're so beautiful. Why not?
Why
So,
not?
all right, Dr. Lori, thank you so much, and thanks for watching. We will see you next time on Value This with Dr. Lori.